Yo, what's up, guys? This is Jeremy at Airlines. So nice to see you all. I hope you're doing great. I'm having a good day. Happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day to all you Americans. I know. And hope you guys are well, and it's so nice to have you guys. Today we're back to our stream account. I know last Saturday we played some of my main account because last Saturday we got the new one update, which included a brand new airport, some new airplanes, updated airplanes, and some new features as well. So today we're back at it on our stream only account, essentially looking to see how we can level up. We have Prague airport that we're going to play today. We have Muscat airport, which we're also going to play. And then if we have time, we're going to at least accept the special arrival at LHR. But at LHR, we are so close to the next airport. We're at level 78 with only like 100 XP to go for this level. And then level 81 is what we need to unlock Sydney. So I think we could probably get that within the next month or so if everything works out properly, right? So pretty excited, but we're gonna start today at Prague with 3 special arrivals today. That is incredible. That's amazing. Yo, shout out to Cheshire Orange. Thank you for resubscribing for 12 months, man. Thank you to Voitando for being first. How's everybody doing today? How's your weekend? How is I know some of you guys, but Adam Cack just got his power back, so that's pretty awesome, man. Congrats. Cheshire is asking for what's it called? Is asking if anybody needs any seaplanes to SCL, so that's cool. No. All right, hold on. Before we start reading chat, let's get some planes landed, right? So we're back here at Prague, and at Prague airport, actually at every airport, we're more than happy to accept any Concordes on this account for free. But if you want to send more contracts to my stream only account, which is my stream only account username is Phat Empire. My stream only account is Phat Empire, and if you want to send a contract to my stream only account, what you got to do is you got to go on Twitch and you got to buy the M contract reward. But no worries, if you don't have fat coins and you want to send me a contract anyways, you could always send a contract to my main account, which is the Fat Rican. I don't, everybody can send me a contract there to like any airport except for Innsbruck and Bari. But yeah, hope you guys are having a great day. We got Voitando here. David Elio is here. What's up? Adam Cax here. AJ's good is here. Magicai's here. Hockey Fan is here. Kuba's here. And Made to Move is here. Mufab is here. Party time, nice. Yeah, it is party time, right? Zacher's first time on Twitch. Welcome, man. Mercurial Justice says happy affiliate anniversary. Thank you. I forget how long it's been, but like at least 3 years. So thank you to you guys, because like I wouldn't be able to be an affiliate if you guys weren't here, So I appreciate you guys. We got B Vagrant is here. My mic is still cutting out. Okay, let me restart something real quick. Maybe this will fix it. On my end, it looks like everything's working out fine, but we'll see here. Oh, whoa! I don't want my mic to be in my face like that, though. There we go. Yeah, sorry about the late start today, guys. I don't know, my mom came over to, she comes over like every Saturday to help watch my son. So, it's always nice to just catch up, talk with her, see how everything's going. Don't like to rush too much. Well, especially like there's no special event happening today. There's nothing. It's not like there's a new update that came out today. So at least I don't think there is. 4th of July stream would have been peak. I was thinking about it, but I was so tired yesterday. We went to a barbecue. We went to my brother's house and we had with him, my brother, his kids, was hanging out with them too. So it was just a great time all around. I was tired, you know, afterwards. Even though I didn't go to bed until like what, 2 a.m. almost. That was rough. But other than that, I mean, it was a great day. Got a bunch of Concords, so I'm gonna do Concords that are closest first. So we're gonna start with and is anybody here? Anybody here? I'm gonna turn on the tower manager. I'm gonna 30 minutes to start with. I think we're gonna need longer than that, but I think 30 minutes is a good start time. Now, let's see who else is here. Flamingo is here. That round trip look like? Oh, an hour. I don't know if we're gonna be here for an hour. Mert is usually here, so I'll probably handle one of his 2 Concords. Excellent. Contract requests. We got some contracts here. All right, everything's looking great. Boy, time to say we have an A388 on the last handling. Is that on this? Crazy. Yeah, not here. You're probably talking to somebody else. That's no problem. Let's actually heart these X or F planes. Excuse me. Look at this. Like, I haven't played in a while, and this plane is still at St. Martin, right? I haven't played in a while, and this plane's still at Muscat. So that might be worth a cancel, especially since I don't have a ton of contract. I have like 1 contract capacity. So I might have to take a look at that and cancel. I mean, they're not even far into progression, so if there's a time to cancel, it's now. Mic is still an issue. That's a crazy. Oh, I think I know what happened. That sucks. Test. Oh, hold on. Test 1 2. All right, that's looking good. I'm just checking some settings now. Multiple people are saying that there's like some problems with my audio. But let's actually look at the airport though. Got Adam Cax A388 Fleeting Negligence is plane over there. We got any planes that are, oh, this one's ready to handle, Air China. Line up this A388 and let's actually watch it. Noise gate. I have a noise gate. Time to take off. Right. Let me see. Sorry about my mic, guys. I'm gonna try and fix that as soon as possible. Okay. All right. Well, back to gaming. Let me know if the mic is any better. I can spend some time to fix it. I know earlier this week, I think it was, I tried using my mic for some work calls, so that might have messed some things up. Or I'll just keep the mic close to my face. I'll just keep the mic close to my face. All right, I think that'll be a lot better. And I'll keep an eye out on my 6. Yeah, okay. Here we go. One more click. One more click. Oh, cover your ears, guys. All right, let me mute this. All right. Yeah, I still hear the microphone is like very low sometimes, and then it gets like really loud. It's kind of weird. I don't even know why it's happening. That sounds a lot better. Okay, cool. Well, isn't playing until the end of the year. Okay, gotcha. So I might have to cancel this contract for now. That stinks. I hate canceling contracts, guys. I really do. But when I'm at capacity and I know people are gonna start redeeming them, or if they haven't already, we're gonna have to cancel some contracts. So we'll go into here, cancel. I know he'll come back. This is so frustrating. Why is this happening? Alright. I have no clue what's going on with my mic. Sorry, yeah, I got my headphones in. Nope, you're fully mute. Yeah, I was mute before. He screamed with no voice. That's crazy. All right. Nobody wants to look at that screen. You want to look at a plane being handled. Oops, forgot to tell that plane to take off. Yo, okay, what's up? Aliman has a question. Why does Prague have 2 runways but only one is used in WOA? That is a common question, bro. And I will show you what the official response is, right? So sorry. Okay, here's the questions and answers. And it says over here, how can I unlock the second runway at Prague, right? So we're gonna go up here to the top, and it says here, why can't I use both runways? In reality, the 2 runways at Prague airport 6:24 and 12:30 intersect each other. Because of this crossing layout, they cannot be operated simultaneously. I don't understand my mic today. Alright. This is really frustrating. This is really, yeah. I turned off my noise gate. Let's see if that fixes anything. Alright, so why can't I use both runways? In reality, the two runways at Prague Airport intersect each other. Because of this crossing layout, they cannot be operated simultaneously for independent arrivals and departures. World airports follows the real-world procedures. Only one runway is active at a time to ensure. All right, hold on a second. This is not good. All right, I unplugged my mic and plugged it back in. Let's see if that fixes anything. So far, it sounds better. That's good news. All right, back to the question about Prague. So the runways at Prague intersect each other, and because only one runway is active at a time to ensure safe and realistic operations, just like in real world, activating both would cause conflicts and unsafe conditions, like in the real world. And could this change? Yeah, could this change potentially? Alright, so I turned on this setting and that caused some problems. Here we go. Alright, I think I'm figuring out the mic problems. But anyways, yeah, Prague is not going to have two active runways at the same time. I wonder though, right? I saw, I think Voitando or somebody said in the chat that Prague is currently going under construction, right? The runway is under construction. So I wonder if World of Airports is going to change. Yeah. I wonder if World Airport's gonna change the runway in the game. I can't even hear myself. Yeah, I'm really bad at telling planes to take off. That's crazy. I should probably stop doing that. When will the selection of runway coming to WOA for departure? So, we don't have an exact date for when this like scheduling feature is going to come out, and I think after the scheduling feature comes out is when we'll see different runways also come out. It's crazy how my mic just decides to pick up certain things and then doesn't pick up others. When is the anniversary of WOA? The World Airport's anniversary is... when is the anniversary for World Airport? It's October. October is the anniversary. Yo, it's picking up everything now. Hold on. I don't know what that noise was. This is a rough stream. I'm not feeling it right now. I can't even hear myself. That's crazy. You guys can't even hear me. I'm gonna reboot my stream. Alright, maybe that better. Maybe that will be better. I lost all your guys' messages too. That's crazy. Yo, Cesar, thank you for subscribing. What's up, Mr. Airlines? Nice to see you. Well, oh, Eliman, no worries if you're new to WOA. Oh, weird. Hold on. I think a button's pushed that shouldn't be pushed. Alright, I think I found the problem. Did we lose you guys on Twitch? Nope, we're here. Good, good, good. Dead. We're just too lazy to write. That's funny. And I think I fixed my mic. I had it was on guitar mode for some reason, which I don't understand because this is not a guitar, it's a mic. But anyways, I think it's now good. The fastest Phats read my message. Yeah, man. When you're the only one talking, it's a lot easier. Oh, it's still low. It's still low as. We got 82 planes here to handle, so I'm hoping that we can at least get a few of them done. So I'm gonna on YouTube my sound is messed up, so I'm trying to figure out what's happening there. I'm listening to my head. I got my AirPod in, and on YouTube my sound is like dropping out. I don't know if that's also. It sounds like you guys are good on Twitch though, so that's good. Okay, well, if you guys are on Twitch are good, then I'm good. Back to business, right? Back to work, back to handling. What we got here? Anybody on Twitch redeem a contract? So if you guys want to get contracts with me, you're more than welcome to, but you do have to buy them on Twitch. There's no way to buy them on YouTube. On YouTube, you guys have to switch over to Twitch, but on Twitch, there's this thing called Phat coins you can buy. Or you can earn, and with the Phat coins you can go ahead and redeem them, so that way you can get me to accept your contract. Oh, I turned them off. Ha! What a day. What a day. Twitch redemptions, contracts on. There you go, guys. I guess it was a little weird that, like, especially like Adam Cack, who knows the rules, didn't accept or didn't put in a contract request. So I should have known that was off. Sire Orange. All right, let's do more Concords. Flamingo. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna call out this call sign every single time, because this is like the perfect call sign for any plane coming from Bari, let alone a Concorde. Look at that, ITLY. That is hilarious. That's great. What's funny on that is, I guess it's not funny, but it's relatable. It's perfect. It's what's up, William? Let's be friends. Yeah, man. You could just go ahead and join me on streams here every Saturday at 11. More than happy to chat with you guys. No problem at all. What's up, BV? What? Be Vagrant. Be Vagrant says, hello, Fat. I'm a big fan of you. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I know I got some big things happening in the next couple of weeks, I think. So I'm pretty excited to see what you guys think about it. I know, like, one of the things I'm working on is updating my website, right? So the phatAirlines.com right now, it's only for email contracts. But I really want to make it so that way we can have some World of Airports guides on there. And yeah. Yeah, so Phat Airlines website, I want to really make it so that way we can have some more guides on there, because I feel like text-based guides are really lacking, right? I mean, I started my YouTube channel because I knew we were lacking on like just guides in general, but I don't know, like some of these things that I make video guides for that I don't even how do I put it? I would prefer a text-based guide, you know. So that's one of the things that I'm trying to accomplish over the next couple of months, is making a new, you know, how to get gold plane video, making a new how to get silver plane video, things like that. So things that will help you guys get better at World of Airports. Whether you want to watch a video or read a guide, I got you, you know. Yo, rating, thank you for 27 months. Appreciate that. Thank you so much for the support. Zyrox, I finally got the E195 from your email giveaway. Yo, bro, I want to apologize to everybody. I still got like 30 requests to send out for the E195, which was an email for like a month ago. Yeah, so I actually ran out of contract capacity at LHR about 2 weeks ago. And then after that, I also was really busy at work and at home, so things got kind of crazy. And then last night I had some time at LHR to really get in there and to send more contracts again. So I apologize about the delay, but I really want to start a new email, but I don't like starting a new email until my previous email is complete. So I'm going to be working really hard today and tomorrow to finish out all of the E195s for my LHR. Because now I got some more contract capacity, not like a ton, but I still got some contract capacity, so I'm looking forward to like sending them out. Do you think we'll get a San Diego rework? I'm not sure. I know like there's no reason for a San Diego rework. I mean, we did get the 3D landscape recently on San Diego, but what needs to get reworked is the question. Faye's disappointed with the tilting gear that they added. Gotcha. I don't really look at that stuff. Yeah, I'm not really keeping an eye on that, so I have no comment, I have no opinion, I guess, on it. All right. Oh. San Diego needs a rework to match real life. I believe they built a new passenger terminal where cargo is the game now. Oh, that's pretty cool. I thought that. Well, last that I heard, I thought that San Diego was getting like the airport itself was going to get an update in like 2027. Yo, what's up, Dan the man? Oh yeah, so I do kind of need to get these Concordes out of here, because like I can't just have them like waiting to take off, because that's just gonna slow everything down, because these planes don't actually show up on the radar until they actually leave the airport. So yeah, we gotta get more planes lined up and taking off. I can't be nonchalant about it. Normally, I would probably just get the approach or the departure manager activated, but I really want to get 10,000 silver planes today. I don't know if that's gonna happen. Yeah, everything with my audio is going messed up today. I don't understand. My mic is like very low and then it decides to be very loud. So like I'm like jump scaring you guys, I guess. But Crumbles guy asked, "Hey Fat, should I unlock the B77W first with gold planes or BKK? You already have an A359, A388, and A321N." Yeah, and I saw, Blob King said don't unlock airports with gold planes. I typically like don't recommend unlocking airports for gold planes. I mean, I understand how sometimes it kind of like makes things faster, easier for you, but there's a lot of things in a game that you can't unlock for free, and you have to pay gold planes to unlock it, which is like the 77W, right? Whereas for BKK, if you play Sydney up to like max level, or I forget what level it is, but if you play some Sydney Airport, then you can go ahead and get BKK for free. Oh, the thing is, you don't want to play Sydney. Why not, man? Why not? That's my question to you. Where do you get most military plane contracts? I think they got rid of a lot of military plane contracts in the game. You might be able to find them on the map, doing map contracts, but I really haven't seen a lot of them from doing local or regional or international contracts like randomly. Hey Fat, what's the best way to level up an airport? I'm stuck on IAD. So, in my opinion, I think, well, there's a couple ways you can level up an airport. I think the best way is to really get other player contracts from active or players who can match your activity level in World of Airports. So if you find a player that plays 3 times a week and you play 3 times a week, then that's probably best for you. But I like player contracts the best because player contracts, hold on. Oh, there we go. So with player contracts, you start off at the maximum tier for your reward. So when you're at tier 10 for your rewards, you're going to get the most amount of XP, which is going to help you level up. At IAD, and mostly all airports, you really want to get the larger stands, the D, E, and F stands. You want to unlock so that way you can handle the larger planes. The larger planes are going to get you more XP. Now, alternatively, you can also level up by doing non-player contracts. It's just a little bit longer but you do have control over it, right? So you're not waiting on another player to like handle your planes. You're not waiting on you're not waiting on somebody else. The game will automatically send that plane, and then that plane will automatically come back after the specified amount of time. So it's a lot more controllable, but you're working your way up from tier 1 rewards all the way up to tier 10. So it does take a little bit of time to kind of get to the max rewards. Be right back. Ugh. I wonder if I'm too loud, and that's what YouTube is making a problem out of. Anyways, let's keep lining up these planes. Let's keep having them take off, and let's extend our timer a little bit here. Let's start handling this plane. Let's lower my volume a little bit. Any better? No, my mic's not even picking me up. There we go. Dan Demand said, could I send you one? I play once or twice a day. Yeah, I mean, everybody's welcome to send me planes to my main account. My main account is the Phat Rican, ThePhatRican. And I play Washington, BKK, and LHR. I play those 3 airports pretty much every single day. I've also been playing SCL, the new airport, every single day, but I'm not sure if that's going to continue after I max it out or not, so we'll have to see. But yeah, you don't want to send a request to this account. This account is a once a week, if that. It only streams, so this is really good for like players who have a lot of extra planes and they don't mind if they don't get their planes back immediately. So yeah, let me know what you think. YouTube is so behind. Donald Smith says, it's been 3 months. I haven't updated or played this game. Is there anything new to the game? Bro, in 3 months, there's been at least one major update that happened, right? So we got a brand new airport. We got update 3.1. 3.1 came with the name change, right? So that's probably the most exciting thing for a lot of people. You can change your player name for 5 gold planes. So you go into game settings. Then you go over here to player name, and you can change your player name for 5 gold planes. And you can also change your default colors. So actually, I'm surprised I didn't do it here. So you can choose your primary color. So that way, every time you buy every time you buy a plane, it'll show up as your default color. So I can choose my 3 colors here. So that way we have my default. You can also choose your default livery. But this is even more reason why I don't like this naming scheme, because I don't know what basic 1 is. I know it's the same on all planes, right? So premium 3 is always the same no matter what, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head. I wish it was back to like its old names, you know, where it's like gradient or triangles or bird or something else like that. But I guess I get it. Like I like the more creative name, is my opinion. Yeah, sorry about my mic issues, but thank you for thanks. You're welcome, Donald. What do you think about Kitech? It'll be an airport with modern planes, or they will make separate mode of planes from Aero when Kitech was open. So I think it's going to be just a normal airport in the game, and I think as World of Airports starts adding more airplane models to their game, you're going to see more retro plane models be added to the game. And then once we have enough retro airplane models in the game, not by default, naturally, then we'll see the release of Kitech. That's why I think Kitech is not something that's going to happen like anytime soon. It's an airport that's going to take them probably like at least another year or more to really include in the game, because they're gonna have to create all these, you know, retro airplanes. Then they have to create all the retro airplanes and the liveries for those airplanes. So I don't think it's something that's gonna be out for a while. It's more of like once they get all the airports around the world, then we'll start seeing some of the retro airplanes. Rumble Guy says, "Hey Fat, you want me to renew the contracts from my LHR to your SCL and the Fat Recon account?" Yeah, definitely. I'm always redoing contracts. That's like my default. So you never have to ask. You could just go ahead and renew them, especially if you're happy with how they went. I can understand if you're not happy, like if I took too long or something, then go ahead and find somebody else. But I think we're doing a great job there. We got Cheshire M plane. Sorry about that. We got an L plane request from Seabirds Club and Raptor RR. Nice. 295. Oh, very cool, man. Love to see it. I wonder if I put my mic this way, if that's going to be better. It sounds like something happened with my mic's range or something. I don't know. Yeah, it sounds like this is better. I can't speak directly into it. That's crazy. But let me know if this is consistently better. I'm listening too, but my delay is like almost 10 seconds. Like crazy. But that's what it is. You guys probably have the same amount of delay actually. Hope it's not better. Yo, what's up, King Goat? What's BWI Airport? I think that's Baltimore in US. My mic seems alright to you, so it might be my headphones then. That's interesting. I'm gonna restart my YouTube app here. Let's go to yeah, so Hidden might have been right earlier. I don't know. Anyways. We need to get these Concordes off the ground. Alright, we're going to extend the tower managers again. How's my progress at SEL? Nothing like yours, man. Yo, Mercurial Justice, I think I saw on Discord, right? You reached max level at SEL. That's pretty impressive, bro. That's nice job, man. I am not anywhere near max level. I'm kind of close to getting regional. I think I'm like level I forget what level. Shoot. I know I just got like a contract reward and then I got the Wallers after that. So I forget what level it is. It's in the 20s. But I know I still have like 5 or 6 more levels until I'm regional. So I've got a long way to go. Oh, you think I think I know what's happening. Hold on. Let me see here. Dan the Man said, "Fat, if I want to send you a request, I need money to buy a bigger airplane." You don't have to send me big airplanes either, man. I take small planes, I take medium planes, I take all sizes. Yeah, I take all plane sizes, so no matter what plane size you want to send, I'm more than happy to take it. But if you're sending it to my stream account, then yeah, you gotta save up for it by joining me on streams and stuff like that. But I think everybody, most people will benefit a lot more from sending me contracts to my main account. Donald, thank you for telling me my mic seems alright to you, because what I realized was on my AirPods I had conversation awareness turned on, so that means every time I started talking, my headphones would start lowering. So to me it sounded like my mic was missing me, when in reality it was the conversation awareness activating. So when I turned that feature off, then everything sounded great, and I was like, oh. So like I'm over here like super self-conscious about my mic potentially not working, and it was because of a setting in my headphones. Told you it was user error. Yeah, you did, Hidden, and I was second guessing you, and I was like, maybe Hidden's right. And then like, nah, he's not right. And then like, yeah, maybe he's right. Oh my gosh, it only took me an hour. Okay, it only took me an hour. Adam Cack is level 11 at SCL. That means you need more planes, bro. Yeah, so I'm finishing up all the contract requests from the phatairlines.com email. I'm finishing up all those contract requests right now from a month ago, which is like, I was explaining it earlier. I'll explain it again now, but just life has been so like busy. I ran out of first off, I ran out of contract capacity at LHR. So then I had to kind of build some more contract capacity up before I sent more contracts out. So that happened, and then life happened. So work started getting busy, personal life got busy, and a lot of things got busy. And I was still playing World of Airports, but I really wasn't sending contracts. So last night I resumed sending contracts again to people who I owe contracts to still. So that's good for you guys. You'll start seeing some more contracts tonight if you're still waiting, because my goal is I want to get a new email out tomorrow or Monday, because I want to get a 295, I think, yeah, an E295 from my GRU to your St. Martin or to your SCL. I still like playing GRU. It's actually a pretty cool airport. My biggest gripe or my biggest problem with GRU is the fact that, you know, planes have to cross the runway in order to get to their stand. But it's not that big of a problem on my main account because I always use the delivery and I always use all the managers. So I always use the ground, I always use the delivery, I always use departure. Sometimes delivery manager is paused on my main account, but yeah, that doesn't bother me too much because of that. But otherwise, it would definitely be a big hassle if I didn't have that turned on. Mike is 24 at SEL, nice. Yeah, I actually had a few player contracts finish, so I went from like 21 to 25 in like an hour, like less than an hour, which is always a nice feeling when you jump up that many levels. What fleet plane do you recommend for R? For a regional route? Gotcha. So, I mean, I don't really do like non-player contracts too often. The only time I do non-player contracts are when the plane itself cannot get to any when the plane itself can't reach a playable airport, then I do some non-player player airports. In general, I like the B738. It's like such a versatile plane. Like it does everything pretty well, right? Especially for the regional ones. And it's not too expensive in gold planes. Not a lot of people talk about it. It has some pretty cool liveries available for it too. I know once that plane gets remodeled, you know, deliveries are going to get more expensive too. So it's something you want to take a look at, especially if you're looking for like a good all-around plane. How long do you stream today? Because I gotta eat now. I don't know how long. I think my father-in-law is coming over today, but I don't know what time. We'll have to see. Claude wants to see pilots replying to tower. That'd be pretty interesting. I don't really play with the sounds on too much though. What I would like to see, and I think it would let me, well, even I have them on now, but usually this is usually what my settings look like. You know, I have sounds on, I have music off, I have radio off, I have 3D on, I have battery saver on if I'm like not plugged in. If I'm plugged in, it's off, and then everything else is off. But what I would like to see is a slider for volume, right? Instead of an on-off switch. Then I would probably really like having like the pilots and the radio on a little bit more, because like right now it just sometimes feels like it's too loud, and I would like it more in the background, especially if you're switching between planes. Like if I have like 10 planes I need to handle, you know, and I start handling it, the radio starts immediately, and then I switch over to the next plane, and then the radio stops, right? Because you're no longer on that plane. So for me, that's a big annoyance, because I would rather just have the plane sound be very quiet, so that way if I'm switching airplanes quickly, it doesn't like just cut itself off. What's up, Wizzy? Nice to see you. How you doing, bro? K-Slow asks, which should I buy, SEL or GRU? So I'm not really a big fan of recommending airports to buy, because in general, because you can always unlock airports for free. So like if you want to unlock SCL, you just have to play GRU, but you don't have GRU because you're asking about it, right? So if you want to play GRU, you just have to play what's before GRU? Why am I blanking out? MSY. So you just got to play New Orleans and reach max level or close, a high level there. But you're probably asking for your own reasons, but I always like to let people know, like, spend your gold planes on things you can't get for free, which are airplane models, premium passes, liveries. Those are some things that you can't get for free no matter what in the game, whereas you can get an airport for free by playing the previous airport. All right. Now, between those two, I never like to recommend the newest airport, simply because if you reach max level in the newest airport, which right now is SCL, if you reach max level, you're not going to unlock anything right now. You have to wait until the next airport comes out, and we don't even know what the next airport's going to be. We don't know when that next airport's going to come. We don't know how long it's going to take before we get the next airport. So typically, I don't recommend unlocking the newest airport for that reason. But so between your choices of SCL and GRU, I'd probably go with GRU. Level up there, then you get to unlock SCL, and probably by the time you unlock SCL, or if you, depending upon how fast you are or how slow you are, right, the next airport will probably be out when you're close to maxing out SCL, or it'll already be out. So that's my recommendation. That's usually what I'll recommend there. Yo, I forgot this plane had a 1,000 silver plane reward. Let's go. Yo, what's up, Crafts? How many Concords we got? Yeah, so the thing is, with this account, right, people have to essentially, like, pay for a contract. It's not real money. It's all just Twitch currency. But they have to pay for a contract, right? And there's only one exception that I have, and the one exception is for the Concorde. And actually, there's more than one exception. Concorde, like an A225 and A124. If you send me those special planes, you do not have to pay for a contract. And the reason why I made it that way is because if we go into the fleet here and we go into looking at the Concorde, I mean, look at this Concorde coming from Leipzig, right? If we look at how long that trip is, it's a 22-minute round trip. So we could get multiple handlings on that one plane in one stream. Even if I'm spending only an hour at Prague, we can get 2 or 3 handlings there. Compare that to, let's see, do we have any planes from Leipzig? Or let's look for cargo planes. Compare that to this, the CRJ-2F, which is a 16-minute round trip. Oh, whoa. Interesting. 22 minutes. Okay, so Concorde is not that fast from Leipzig to to Prague. I mean, they're kind of right next door. But let's look at some other planes, all right? We're going to look at some other planes. We're going to look at this plane from Washington, right? An hour 43 round trip. That's potentially we could handle that twice in a stream, depending upon how long I'm streaming for, right? But if we look at any other plane coming from Washington I-80, that's 4-hour round trip. There's no way we're handling that plane more than once on a stream, because there's no way I'm playing Prague airport for 4 hours either. Like, I'm not, well, I could always come back to the airport, but that's not the point. The point is the Concorde travels faster, which then allows me to get more handlings out of that plane. So it benefits everybody who's playing with me. So I really like the Concorde for that reason. Daniel said, I've unlocked I've unlocked Nagoya. You've gotten lazy with WoW just because it doesn't feel as fun as before. Yeah, sometimes you just need a break from certain games, right? I know that's how it is for me. You know, I really love playing Destiny. I like Destiny 2. I love playing Rocket League. I've been playing Rematch lately. I love World of Airports too. But every once in a while, even with World of Airports, I need to take a short break. I need to relax from it. I need to not play for a little bit. Now my breaks are typically like 1 or 2 days if I'm taking a break from World of Airports, but I know some of you guys, you got to take a little bit longer, and that's how it is for me with like Destiny 2. Like sometimes I'm not playing that game for like a month, but then I come back and then I'm having a blast again. So take your time, man. My contracts with you are going to be there, with everybody, really. If you have a contract with me, especially on my main account, I just keep buying more contract capacity every single day, or every 2 days, I should say, because I have like over 3 million silver planes. So with my silver planes, what I do is I go up here and I buy contract slots, and I buy the extra contract capacity for silver planes. And I do this in almost every single airport. Essentially, if I log into that airport for the day, I'm buying extra contract capacity if it's available. So I don't run out of contract capacity too often. And if I do, then I just stop sending contracts for a little bit, let it build up so I can send a lot more. So yeah, no worries. I think that's like why I like doing so many contracts with people. Like I have 1,000 contracts. I have over 1,000 contracts on my main account at LHR. And on a let's say if I don't play for the entire day, like I play LHR in the morning and I don't play again until the next morning, I usually have only about 300 planes coming back. Only 300. I know some of you guys don't even have 300 contracts, right? But yeah, I only have 300 planes coming back. So not even all 1,000 people are playing every single day, or all 1,000 contracts. Not 1,000 people, it's 1,000 contracts. So there's no worries. My planes will most likely still be there. The only exceptions are when I do contract renewal requests. Man, if there's one feature I really want to see in the game, it's the revamp of how contracts are being sent out. I really don't like how contracts that are pending require a plane to be on the ground and occupying a stand. I really don't like that, and I hope that World of Airports changes that one day, because it makes it such a hassle to have to send a contract to another player. Not only is that plane or a renewal, like sometimes that plane lands and then you're sending a renewal to another player. Now that plane is occupying that stand. That plane, you can't do anything with it, and it's stuck there for as long as until the other player accepts the contract. So I would really like to see a way to either like park it outside of the stand, maybe push it out of your airport, and that way you have to land it again when it's finally accepted. Do something so that way that plane isn't occupying a stand. That would really make me happy, and make me more willing to send a lot more contracts. I love sending contracts though. So if you guys definitely want to sign up on phatairlines.com if you haven't already, because I know this weekend, or sorry, it's already the weekend. Tomorrow or Monday, I'm aiming for the next 2 days to send out a new contract. I already have a picture of the new plane that I'm going to be sending out. I have I have the airport it's going to come from. I already bought like 40 of the planes at that airport, so I am ready to send out some contracts. We just need to. I just wish World of Airports didn't like hold that stand hostage, because it makes it really tough when I want to just I want people to not have to I don't want to rush people to accept the contract. I don't want to have people feel like they have to log in every single day to accept the contract. Accept it at your time. But then if we're in an airport that's let's say Prague, we're at Prague right now, and I have a D or an E plane. Let's say an E plane, right? So if you look here, we got E stands right here. E stands, right? E, F, E, F, E, F, E, F. So if I'm sending a few contracts, these E stands are going to be occupied until the other player accepts. And then sometimes you can't, it's not even about the other player not playing every single day. We all live in different time zones. So, right? I could send somebody from China a request. Well, I guess most people from China aren't playing, but let's just go with it. I could send somebody from China. Right now in China, it's 12:30 a.m. It's after midnight. So if I send somebody who's in China right now a contract request, Like, it's not fair to me to ask them to accept it right now when it's 12:30 a.m. But at the same time, it's like it's not something I don't want to wait 12 hours for my plane to be my stand to be occupied. So it's a tough thing, and I wish planes didn't occupy the stands while we were waiting for contracts to get accepted. I understand why it's like it works that way because of the way contracts work versus the way connections worked in the past. But and maybe, that could be just like a big fleet player problem, not necessarily like an every player problem. But I would say, even if you have a plane at Innsbruck and you sent me a request and it took me 8 hours to accept the request because I was sleeping, and you wanted to play Innsbruck nonstop, you would get, that would be a nuisance, having one stand occupied out of 10 that you have at Innsbruck. So yeah. What about the Beluga? Adam Cack asked. The Beluga cannot make it to any playable destination at this time. The Nagoya, though, Daniel Aviation said, I've just not been consistent with it. I feel like Nagoya is going to be a lot slower than IAD. It's mostly because I don't have a premium pass at IAD. At Prague, I got the premium pass, and it helped a lot at IAD. Yeah, Nagoya's premium pass is pretty cheap, right? It's only like 30 gold planes. So definitely, worth exploring to unlock. And then with Nagoya, you can get a lot of contracts from people from like larger planes, the D, E, and F size planes. You can get those contracts from other players to Nagoya. You got players who are mainly playing Bangkok, BKK, and you can get a lot of those players to send you larger planes, and larger planes are going to get you more XP. So Nagoya might not even be that bad. It does get pretty bad though at Nagoya because there's only one runway. So if you're using the tower managers, you do want to make sure you're setting up a good ratio. So what I'll do in the beginning is I'll set it up so it's like 2-to-1, 2 arrivals for 1 departure. But then as the queue starts, getting longer, even here at Prague is the same thing. As the queue gets longer, then I start to prioritize more departures. So that way we're getting more planes out of, off the ground. That's the only difference or strategy that has to happen at single runway airports, that you don't have to really worry about too much at the multiple runways. But still not too bad, not terrible. Oh, no contract capacity. All right, we'll buy some. Yo, Seabirds Club Airlines, I'm still waiting for your contract request to come in. So if you are aiming to send that my way, L-plane contract that you purchased, so that would be D or E size planes. I still count like the 752 as an M plane. I still use the old sizing. Here, I should make this a C stand. Oh, it's occupied. What the? There we go. We have no seaplanes to land, so that's fine. Approach manager ran out. Your cat needed attention. Dylan asks, why can we use in Prague only one runway? There's a whole post about this. You guys should check out World of Airports forum. The developers are using the forum a lot more. And they actually have in World of Airports forum, they have support and help. And in the support and help, they have an answers section. So they have some of your most frequently asked questions and some answers in there. So like why in-game shop limited. But for your question in particular is how can you unlock the second runway at Prague? And if you go to the top here, it says they can't be operated simultaneously because of the crossing layout. and it's because World Airports follows real-world procedures. Only one runway is active at a time to ensure safe and realistic operations, and activating both can cause conflicts and unsafe situations like at the real airport. So, yeah, it's not going to happen. Prague does have long-term plans to build a parallel runway that would allow true simultaneous operations, and if they become reality, they may update the game to reflect the new layout in a future version. Nice. Gonna be pretty cool. I hope Prague does do that. Dan in Vermont says, I wish they would let us move planes to remote stands to free up gates. Yes, yes. Yes, please. Oh my gosh. Not all airports have remote stands, right? But even still, let us not, like, don't keep the gate occupied, you know, like, or give us an option to send it back to the hangar. You know, actually, I was thinking about this last night when I was sending out more contracts, but like one other thing that I think I would like to see, and I think would be a pretty interesting feature, is, you know, if with generic airports, if we had our own generic headquarters, you know, our home base, I think that would be pretty interesting. And like that way, if you have a contract, a plane that's pending, you know, pending the other player to accept, you can send it off of your airport and it can go to your HQ. I don't know. I was thinking about it, and then like you can take a look at all your airplanes that are just like waiting for airplanes to be handled or assigned. You know, all these planes over here that you can redeem at any airport, at all airports. You can look at, you can like redeem it in your HQ, and then that'll be available in all the other airports too. I felt like that would be a pretty interesting idea. It'd be hard to implement though. I'm having a hard time explaining it. But yeah, over the next couple of months, I'm really working on updating the Phat Airlines website. I actually have like I'm gonna work on like a new how to get gold plane video. I'm gonna work on a new how to get silver plane video. I know one of my goals is to really go back to like my old style of how we created like the tutorial videos that were like scripted out and not like just like pulled from stream. We'll still have some stuff that's pulled from stream as well, but I want to do a more of the like, it's almost like 8 to 10 minute long videos that go more in depth about all the things you need to know, and then we'll do like short videos from streams and stuff like that. But the reason why I want to work on a new gold plane video though is so that way I can work on the website. I want to add some text guides to the website. I want to add things like that, and then I'm also working on an AI chatbot for Phat Airlines about World Airports. But it's really hard to kind of get that right because it always makes up things, and I know World Airports even has its own little chatbot too. And I know I've heard a lot of things about it, and some of the things I've seen about it is that it'll also make things up, and that's the hard thing about AI, is that it just wants to be right, so it'll just make things up because it's not trying to like let you down, which is not the right thing to do. And when you're given AI directions, you got to kind of like tell it like not to do it, but you have to tell it in a way that it doesn't forget. Oh yeah, just another thing I'm working on. Mike just finished the contract at SEL, completed the level, the progress bar didn't change. That's funny. Right, that's always kind of confusing in a way too. Class of Aviation, what's up, dude? Hockey Fan says SEL is open for business if anyone has extra planes. Hockey Fan 63. QJ's here. What's up, QJ? Says few days GRU for me, and then you can play SEL. Nice. Adam Cax unlocking the SEL Premium Pass on Monday. Nice. That plane for $50 still work at Prague? I believe so, but this camera view doesn't really let me get there. Can I get it from here? I think I can. This plane right there. I always forget it though, because it's like behind everything. Hockey Fan says, have it on a timer where after 1 hour it stays at a request but hidden in open stands. That actually is not a bad idea for like the contract requests. You know, like maybe an hour might be too long, but like maybe like prepare the cabin for takeoff or something. I don't know, right? Prepare it so that way it can be ready to go as soon as possible. Yeah, I think that's a nice little workaround too. As long as the stand's not occupied for like days, you know, I don't want to rush people to like accept, because some people don't play every day. Sometimes you got, you know, people have school, have work, you know, they have tests or overtime, right? So there's a lot of things that can happen in somebody's life, and I don't want to like rush somebody to like accept a contract, because it's like that's not the most important thing. Want to buy the C on that. Yep. All right, I think we're gonna switch airports shortly. I really do need to play more during the week, especially. But I know, like this past week, instead of you know, doing a stream, what I've been doing was working on that my new guides that I'm working for PhatAirlines.com website. So like every single guide is going to have not only like a web page and a video going with it, but it's also going to have like a Discord post. We're going to have an Instagram post. We're going to have a TikTok video. We're going to have a Facebook post / video. We're going to have like everything, all to like align with every single release of like every new tutorial. We're going to have like an email. Oh yeah, an email is going to go out like letting people know with like a mini guide on there, so you don't have to even click through if you don't want to. Although I would like it if you guys click through, but yeah, those are some things that I'm working on for sure. Because like another thing I did was I bought this app, and it's called Super Whisper, and it's a voice to text, you know, program, but it also utilizes AI, which is really cool. So I can pre-configure, I can talk into the microphone and talk my guide out, and then it'll automatically configure it, like it'll automatically it'll automatically format my voice, my what I'm talking about, into like notes format, or however I prompted the AI to do it. So I'm having I'm having a good time with that. That's been awesome. Really making things easier for me, because like sometimes writing things are hard for me, but like talking it out loud is a lot easier. Having a hard time clicking on your plane. There we go. Oh, see you later, Dan the man. Let's see what we got here. I got no large cargo planes here, I think, right? Let's see. We're gonna go contracts, cargo. Oh, I guess we do. This one's ready to land. I need to heart that one. We'll heart this one too. Because like my cargo stands over there are just completely unoccupied. Maybe they are occupied though. Yeah, they probably have some seaplanes in there or something. I cannot wait for that new scheduling feature though. I think the new scheduling feature is going to be like pretty solid for like just for allowing me to disable stands or like sizes on stands is going to be awesome. I do want to go to Muscat, get some progress there too. I definitely have to play sometime during this week. Thinking maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. Like a 1 hour night stream or 1.5. Get some progress. But we did reach level 12, so that's pretty cool. We got 1 gold plane And then we got an E175 that we could redeem at any airport. Then over here in my fleet right here, we got an E17. We got two E170s we could redeem here at Prague, and a bunch of other planes that we haven't redeemed that we could use at any airport. Is pretty cool. I really should do some parking mini games. Alright, and that plane is parked. So we're going to go ahead and change airport now. And we're going to go to Muscat. Yeah, we're going to go to Muscat maybe for like an hour. And then like a quick, 15-30 minutes at LHR. Let's go ahead. How many planes do we have here at Muscat? We have 62. So that's about an hour. So do 40 minutes to begin with. Let's see how that works out. And let's assign the Concordes first. So we're gonna do Voitando 2. Ooh. A hammy. Go ahead and do that. Well, a bunch of stands it looks like, but I didn't upgrade them. So we'll have to probably buy, or well, I probably have to see what if we need to buy more stands. Or upgrade the stands. But here, what do we have over here? A bunch more A stands. So these are pretty much all A stands. Yep. Oh yeah, because this is a brand new airport. Brand new. D-tax. All right, so now we're just going to assign some of the oh, here's an F cargo. Any more cargo planes? Yeah, we got a cargo right here from Blue Airlines. We got a cargo right here from Mert. We're probably gonna we're gonna have to buy more stands here for sure, because this isn't gonna cut it, and that means we're probably also going to need more equipment. Because look here, we got 4 boarding, 3 baggage, 3 cleaning. So we're not in a position to like be able to handle a mass amount of planes at once yet. So we're going to have to keep an eye out on the planes that we're actively handling, and just make sure we're not like we're not assigning too many planes at once, because I have a feeling that's gonna happen for sure, because these planes are going to land faster than the larger planes can get handled. All planes here, so we can clear those to land as well. And let's take a look at the approach manager settings. So I have the approach manager to turn on to prefer favorite airplanes, and then I have it prioritizing the planes based on the plane size. So the B planes are going to land last, which is exactly what I would like right now. Because I want the A388, which is over here. I want this plane to land first, and any other A388s. I want the Concordes to land first, but both of these are favorited, so those planes are gonna land first, and then the C planes after like the D planes come in. So that'll be good. Adam Cack said disabling C cargo planes at F gates at LHR is gonna be so good, dude. There's gonna be so much goodness is gonna happen from it. From the disabling stands. We got David Elio with the A388 contract. Nice. We got Magiskais with the DH64 contract. Nice. I think you bought the right one, Magiskais. You bought the M plane contract. That's good. We are good. Handling crew in use. Oh, let's generate a local contract and a random arrival. Look at that. Kraken Work Airways. Nice to see him. Good over there. This plane can take off. Let's watch it. Let's watch this little guy take off. I want to get a drop in too. I'm not missing this one. At a certain point, I'm going to have to like cancel these non-player contracts. They're just not as beneficial to me as some non-player. We're going to have a little bit before we get there. So, and now we got some planes being handled. So we have an A321, which isn't, going to be terrible. A321 only uses cargo and like fuel. So the fuel itself is like what's going to be overlapping with other passenger planes. And not even overlapping that bad. We got an A306, which only is using the bus, the boarding right now, so that's not bad. Raptor XRR with the landing, nice. We got the Concorde here, which is just, it's going to have to go through everything. But look at that, 8 minutes of cleaning. That's going to be intense. So what are we looking like right here in cleaning? We got 4 available. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. What about for this? Oh, we can't even see it. Wonder how long that's going to take for cleaning. We got the A388, which is 8 minutes of cleaning. So over here, knock us down to 1. And then we're going to have the Concorde over here. And we have this Concorde. So we're going to have to buy more equipment. That's what we're going to have to do. Because we have 232. I think I bought these Wallers. I use gold planes to buy the Wallers. Well, yeah, I was able to do that. If you don't have gold planes to buy Wallers, especially like the only time I would buy Wallers with gold planes is when it's like a brand new airport to kind of help speed things up and get into the flow of things. But if you don't have that capability or that possibility, really you want to get the larger planes, because the larger planes are going to make you a lot more Wallers than the smaller planes. This A388 that's my own, right, is making me 10,000 Wallers on that flight. This A306 that's not mine is 1,300. The Concordes give a little bit less, but I think they're still kind of worth it because of the distance, how fast they can fly. So here we got, we're gonna buy an extra baggage because there's 0 available. Over here with cargo, we're gonna buy an extra cargo as well because we have that F cargo coming in. Well, over here with water, we got 0. Okay. No problems with water. We might have a problem with fuel, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. And then we're going to have a problem with cleaning too. So I'm going to buy one more cleaning because the A388 is 8 minutes in cleaning, 6 minutes over here on the Concorde. On this Concorde, it's 6 minutes of cleaning. This Concorde is in progress with another 7 minutes of cleaning. So a lot of cleaning needs to be done there. All right, this plane is done handling, so that is good to go. And we got, here's the other cargo plane. This has 3.5 minutes of fuel, so it's not terrible, but it's gonna tie up some other. It's gonna tie up the fuel for a little bit. Now this plane I'm not gonna start yet because I don't think I have equipment for it. Right? I have boarding. I don't have baggage. I don't have fuel. And I'm gonna buy extra lavatory and extra water as well, because when I look at it, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got at least we have 4 E or F planes being handled. And look, this one's struggling because there's no fuel. Now, when we look over here, yo, thank you for subscribing, Mohammed. Thank you, Mohammed. If you look over here, this timer, the estimation timer, is still clocking down. So that means that even though this hasn't started, it's not really slowing down the overall progress of this plane being handled. But I think what will happen is, once the cleaning gets down to under 511, then this timer is going to freeze, because now it's just waiting for fuel to finish. So let's see if that's actually right, because I think, yeah, you see, passengers can't board until the fuel is done. So now this estimation timer is frozen while the remaining timer keeps moving down. So we do have like 10 minutes that we can handle this plane. So as a if you didn't have Wallers, like, there's no need to panic, no need to worry. You got 10 minutes. So if I didn't have 225,000 Wallers, I'd probably just wait. Now we can look the same thing over here with the A388. In order for the boarding to begin again, it needs to have all the other services done, including catering. So, and catering can't start until what is this? Lavatory is done. So there's like a 4-minute gap where there's going to be an overlap. So not in a hurry to get that one assigned. There's another plane that landed, so no problems there. We can go ahead and get this plane out of here. This is the Concorde we were looking at, A388. So yeah, everything's looking good over there. This plane is using only cargo now. The Concorde over here has 2.5 minutes. I think we can go ahead and start with a seaplane now. And then if I were to buy more stands, which I can do right now, but if we could buy more stands, then what that'll do is it'll actually it'll put the more strain on my equipment. I would need to buy more equipment. It would be more important to buy equipment. So we can look, like right here, we have another Concorde, this one from France, Japan. So we can have this one land over here. We have an A388. Actually, look for the Concordes. We can have this Concorde land over here for 28,000 Wallers. Alright, so you see how fast those Wallers are just disappearing? Alright, put this Concorde over here. Another Concorde. Alright, so not only did I just buy like a bunch of new stands, but now I'm gonna, like, with more planes on the ground, I'm going to need more equipment as well. So something for us to keep in mind, like when you're playing the game, you need to make sure you have the space to handle not just like in space and stands, but like equipment, you know, handling crew. That's where it gets really tough. Go back to Hearted, and we're gonna land a DH-64. We got one more Concorde to land over here, so we'll get that one land. Pay me tax. Alright, let's look at some contracts here. We got David Elio. Matthias wants to see in World of Airports trade up 1 million of Wallers to get 50 gold planes. That is never going to happen. It's too easy to get 1 million Wallers. I mean, actually, it depends on what airport you're talking about, right? If you're playing at Innsbruck and you get 1 million Wallers, okay, maybe you deserve like to trade that in for not 50 gold planes though. Maybe like 1 gold plane. I mean, if 50 gold planes is $15. But I get where you're coming from. But like Innsbruck, yeah, getting 1 million Wallers at Innsbruck is pretty hard, pretty impressive, especially if like you're gonna trade them in. But like at LHR, at Washington, at BKK, 1 million is nothing. It's kind of like a lot of players are able to get there. Oh yeah, it would have to be rebalanced, but yeah. We're looking good over here. Let's oh, we got some planes to handle on the ground. We got Raptors plane. So over here, let's take a look at how the equipment's looking. We got fuel also still holding us back with 0 available, and we got cleaning also with 0 available. So let's see if what planes. There's no planes currently being held back by a lack of equipment though, so that's pretty good actually. We can back to Seabird Club Airline. This one, okay, nothing's being held back here either. That's good. Oh, it's finishing cleaning. Look at the equipment. Oh, we still got room for more equipment, so we're gonna go ahead and assign that plane some handling crew. Maybe 50 million. Yeah, I think that's like at Washington, 50 million is, or Leipzig, 50 million is kind of tough to get. But it's also like such a big number. Yeah, people wouldn't get motivated to like even try it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I would think it's unachievable, but it's definitely achievable. I think what most of us though really want to see more of is more ways for us to like use our silver planes. I know, like when you're in an account like this one, where like you're struggling just to get 10,000 silver planes to trade in for 10 gold planes, it kind of feels ridiculous to talk about. Like, oh, we need more ways to spend silver planes. Like, but that's really what it is. Like, we need more ways to spend our silver planes. You know, the contract capacity is not the greatest. I mean, the contract capacity that you could buy for silver planes is pretty nice, but it's not going to really make a huge dent when you have, you know, hundreds of thousands of silver planes or more. E-pay, nice. Pay me tax. Now I get it. I see. Got tax over here, and then we got me. Oh man. Excellent. So now we got this plane that's being that's not able to start with fuel, and that's the fuel doesn't really slow much down until it comes to boarding. And actually, once this cleaning timer goes under 235, that's when this entire timer is going to get paused. So not exactly terrible, not exactly the greatest, but we could survive. We're going to be able to still get that complete within the time limit. We got a pushback right there, and this one can line up. Stay on it. Let's actually watch it. That's one feature that they added. I forget when they added this. I think it was like 3.0.3 or something. But if you're in the camera view and the plane is waiting to line up or waiting to take off, this little pop-up will appear that tells you, like, that lets you interact with the plane without having to leave this this view. Which I hope, I wish they could do this more with other interfaces, but I get it why they can't. But I thought that was such a cool thing for them to add, and I really appreciate it, because like it just lets me enjoy like looking at the airport, looking at the plane for a lot longer. Oh, we got an X-plane contract. Nice. Adam Cack says, yeah, we need more ways to spend silver planes. You earned 38k silver planes this week. Nice. Congrats for you, bro. I know I've been spending so many silver planes because I've been like AFK playing, which means like I'm not really like actively paying attention to the game while playing. I'm more like letting the game run with the tower managers, and then like checking in every once in a while on the airport. So that's what I mean by AFK playing. But yeah, I've been playing like so much AFK that that'll deplete your silver planes quickly because you're not really playing efficiently. Good, the timer's still running down. We got We got one plane on the runway. We're gonna let that take off. Raptor's gonna be sending a 748F shortly. Nice. Oh yeah, I gotta accept Kuba's 748F. Nice. Means I'm gonna have to buy more stands there, more cargo stands, and more cargo equipment. That's so cool. Right. Let's go ahead and accept the contract here. Guys, just a reminder, if you want to send me a contract to my stream only account, all you got to do is redeem it on Twitch. There's a redemption for like Phat X-Plane, or sorry, not Phat X-Plane. Phat X-Plane means that I send you a X-Plane, but if you want to send me a contract and you're okay with me playing, you know, every once in a while, usually once a week, but also less frequently than that because I have multiple airports to play, right? I'm playing Prague, I'm playing Muscat, I'm playing LHR. Sometimes I go back to Bari, San Diego, and Innsbruck too. So it's probably less than once per week. I'm trying to work on that, but schedule is tough. My schedule's tough. Anyways, if you're not okay with that, then I would just recommend you send a contract to like my main account, the Phat Rican, ThePhatrican, and I'm more than happy to accept all contracts on that account. And I try to play play certain airports daily, which is Washington, BKK, and LHR. But there are other airports I also try to like squeeze in throughout the days. How do you get so many silver planes? I'm playing as much as I can. I'm losing them every week. So, I mean, first thing is you want to like make sure you're, well, it depends on what airport you're at first. Like you're probably spending a lot of your silver planes on the tower managers, which can really add up quickly. Like if you do, and I know if you do all high for 2 hours, you're spending about, this is not accurate because I have one manager on, but you're going to be spending almost 2,000 silver planes for 2 hours of handling time. So first off, you don't need to, like in a newer airport, you don't need all the tower managers. So you can be a little bit more conservative with that. You don't have to activate all the tower managers at once. You can activate just a few here and there. Another thing you can do is, you know, more player contracts, right? Player contracts is really, I think, where I get the most of my silver planes. But then what I've also been doing was, I've been sending a lot more of my own planes to non-playable, or sorry, I've been sending a lot more of my planes to playable airports, but not to a named player, right? So I've been selecting the option that says, you know, no, I don't know a player name. So I've been sending the maximum, you know, both in passengers and cargos to that airport from each of my airports. And that's helped me also get some, at least reliability, right? So that way, even if nobody else in the world is playing World at Airports, at least my planes will come back, which will help me also, you know, it helps me, you know, get some visibility in other people's airports, because when you go in here and you do a random player arrival, it's all about which planes are arriving on that in that minute, the players' airports. But also, that plane always comes back, no matter if, you know, I'm taking a break or somebody else is taking a break. That plane always comes back, so that's always nice too. And then before you know it, it's at 10 out of 10. And the cool thing too about sending your own planes to playable airports is that those airports don't cost you wallers to send to either. Whereas if you were to send to a non-playable airport, you would have to pay wallers for it. Sometimes it's as low as 2,000, but I've seen it as high as like 15,000 or more. So, you know, you're starting off at a deficit there. Which airport do I like the most? I really like LHR because of like the number of stands that it has. So like that's up there. I like IAD because of like the variety of airports that you can send it to. I think you can send. Yeah, I think Washington can get airplanes from every single airport in the game. I think that's right. There might be one airport it can't get it from, but pretty much every single airport in the game you can get a plane to and from to and from Washington. So that's a pretty cool airport for that reason. There's not a lot of like D, E, and F stands, but with all the runways that it has in use, it does make it not take as long. And then BKK has a lot of stands as well. It's just that one's a little bit harder because you're kind of like on the eastern hemisphere of the world, so it makes it harder to really find a lot of other contract partners, especially since most people aren't mainly playing Nagoya. Most people aren't mainly playing Muscat. Most people are mainly playing BKK, so it makes it hard to find other people to send contracts to when you're also maining. Do low all the time. Most of your contracts are player contracts. Interesting. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna have to create a guide and take a look at what I'm doing and really study it so I can help you out more. So Mike said that plane comes back unless someone takes the contract and doesn't handle the plane. So if somebody doesn't handle the plane though, and it's a random arrival, that doesn't affect the player sending it. It doesn't affect me. Yo, Mert, thank you for how many months was that? 34 months, bro. Thank you so much, man. I can't believe we're almost at 3 years. That's incredible. I appreciate the support, Mert. Mert's and I appreciate all your planes. We were handling a bunch of your Concordes earlier. You probably were here. I don't know. Appreciate you, bro. Hockey fan says many players sleep on Muscat. It's a decent airport for playing. Yeah, I think the problem with Muscat is there's very few small plane destinations. Like your B planes really can't go anywhere. Your C planes can go, but like the C planes, like let me see here. We have BCS1, right? So we have BCS1, and BCS1 can really it can make it everywhere. That's nice. What other planes do we have? Let's go to configure and buy instead. We got unlocked planes. So like the E175, where can this go? Can't go anywhere, right? Can't go to any playable airport. If we look at, let's look at a smaller plane, a seaplane. I don't have any seaplanes unlocked. Interesting. I do. Okay. Let's look at the A19N, right? A19N. Okay. I guess the E190. So I guess the medium planes are pretty solid. They can go to the Europe airports. They can go to BKK. I think the main problem, I guess, is the small planes, which isn't really that big of a problem either. But it can be a big deal. Oh, okay, Mike, I get it. Yep. So if someone rolls a random contract and your plane shows up, if they accept that contract but don't handle it, that plane will stay with them until they do handle it. Yes, but it doesn't affect that player whose name is on that plane. That player, like we have this random contract down here, I think, or no, it should be on top. We have this from Kraken Wart Airways. If I don't handle this for another month, it doesn't affect this other player. So that's the cool thing, but like there's no rush to handle it. That's why I always accept the random player arrival, especially if I have contract capacity, because it's only one contract capacity and you get that back after one handling. So it's really not too bad. Okay, let's get more planes landed. Okay, no planes requiring attention. We're looking good. Nope, it doesn't get stuck at all, Mike. That'd be kind of unfortunate if it got stuck. Yo, what's up, Gia? Gia, what is that? Gia Com of Rushi Rosa. Sorry, I butchered your name. But when is the next update coming? By the way, Amazing Live, I will sub to you. I appreciate that. Appreciate the compliment. As far as the next update, we literally just got an update last week. And I personally haven't noticed a lot of bugs. I haven't noticed a lot of complaints about bugs either. So as far as that goes, I'm not sure. Like, well, let me rewind a little bit. Yeah, we got an update last week to update 3.1. So that's what we're playing right now is update 3.1. And typically we usually see an update pretty quickly after a major update because there are some bugs in the game and that need to be quickly addressed. But like right now, I don't think I've seen too many complaints about bugs, and I haven't seen like many bugs myself while playing either. So that's a good thing, right? So I don't know if there's going to be like a rapid bug fix update like they've had to do sometimes in the past. But if you're talking about like when the next major update is, typically we see airports in World of Airports added about every 3 to 4 months is like their goal to release a new airport into the game. So we probably won't see another airport in the game until what, July, August, September, maybe till October, which makes sense too because World of Airports anniversary happens in October, and they always like to do like some kind of a event or like an update or something like that around that anniversary time. So I guess that's going to be a pretty interesting update in October. What's up, Road to Bridge? So I would love to see more levels at all the airports and specifically LHR. Yeah, I really do wish that they would add airport levels on every update. Like whether it's a major update or a minor update, I would like more levels on every update. I think that would be pretty cool. Or maybe even like if they want to keep it simple where they don't have to keep adding levels, you know, maybe they make it where, you know, you have to get 10,000 XP or something, right? I know this is 10,000 looks like a lot when we're only at level 5 and we only need 11 XP. But you know, once you're at max level, like it's really a lot easier to get XP. So I'm thinking like, what if you need like 10,000 XP and you get like, you know, 5,000 silver planes or something like that? Like make just an ongoing repeatable reward. You know, I would like a prestige, you know, something where you could start over from the beginning, but that wouldn't always work because like some of the rewards are like liveries, right? So what would happen with that? I guess they would get replaced with wallers or something instead. But yeah, I would like something that makes XP relevant even after you're done, after you've maxed out the airport level. If you talk about new airport, most of the time it's 3 to 6 months, but don't use this because I can be wrong. I know the developer's goal is one new airport. Like they want one airport per quarter, right? So we got one in Q2, we got one in Q3. Actually, Q1 and Q2. So now Q3 would probably be like September 30th would be like the update for that one or something. But yeah, I know that's their goal. But sometimes, you know, sometimes certain airports are harder, right, to release. There's a lot of different potential problems that could happen from trying to release a new airport. You know, and since some airports are harder to create, right? So I think like SCL was probably an easier airport to create because they already had a bunch of the local and regional planes, and international planes are pretty much the same as what's being used at GRU, right? For the most part, there are some, like I think there's a few new ones, but mainly a lot of them are the same from GRU to SCL. So I think as World of Airports continues to release more airports, then that makes their work having to like add more airlines a lot easier, a lot quicker for them, because they don't have to create a whole like hundreds of new liveries, maybe just like dozens. You want this plane to go over here. It says runway occupied. Okay, we got this plane over here taking off, so we're gonna wait. Yo, oh, Raptor, what's up, man? Raptor says, I don't have VIP status on Discord even though I'm a sub. So, yeah, I know everybody's helping you in chat, but I'm going to mention it out loud too. What you should do is go into your Discord settings, and then in your Discord settings, you should have an option to go to like connected accounts. When you go to like connected accounts, or what is it called now? Hold on, I'm looking right now. It is called, I think, authorized apps. No, it's called connections. If you go to connections, and I don't know how to do it. I don't know if you can do that on mobile or not. I know you can do it on desktop. But if you go there and then you link your Twitch, in your case, or you can even link your YouTube account, then what that'll do is it'll automatically give you VIP access on Discord because you're a VIP on Twitch. Or a member on YouTube, you know, whatever you are, you can get access as well on Phat Airlines Discord. Fast is this? An hour 20. Nice. Does it unlocking a plane unlock it in all airports? Geo asked. So yes, that is correct. So once you unlock an airplane, you that's the only time you're gonna have to pay gold planes for that airplane. So the first time you unlock an airplane, you have to buy it for gold planes and for Wallers. But then all future purchases, whether it's at that same airport or at a different airport, you only have to buy it for Wallers. So yes. Now, when you're unlocking a livery, you're only unlocking that livery for that one plane model. So if you're on a 77W and you unlock Basic 3, Basic 3 is not unlocked for all of your planes. It's only unlocked for the 77W. But you are able to use it on all your planes with the 77W. Now, even your old planes, you can always go back in there, the Snow White planes or a different livery. You can go back in there, go and edit your plane so that way it has the new livery you just purchased. So that is something you can do as well. Look at here. I can't believe we already spent 40 minutes here at Muscat. That's crazy. Crazy. Hockey fan said, add a permanent level of 5,000 XP to the end after max and reward is 1 to 5 gold planes. I think 5,000 is way too low for one gold plane, considering that we like when we level up, right? How many? We only get 1, 2, 3, 4. We only get 4 gold planes for playing through an entire airport's progress pass. But if you want to get like gold plane rewards, it would have to be something like 20,000 XP maybe, or like 25,000. But I mean, whatever amount it is, at least it would keep XP relevant and rewarding, right? And it keeps people playing. That's another thing too, is like, I know like World of Airports already gives us so much for free in the game, right? We get like if you play the game, you can get over 500 gold planes for free a year, right? What other game is really going to let you do that? But yeah, so they already give us so much for free that they're probably very cautious about what else they give us more for free, because otherwise how like why else would people be spending real money on the game when they can get everything for free? Adam Cack said they should make like some infinity pass, like you reach max level, then you can get 3 to 5 gold planes for 10 to 15k XP. Yep, that's very similar. Yep. I've been producing the text for too long. Raptor said, I think they should have a bundle where you can purchase the same livery for all your planes and use silver planes to buy it. Well, I agree with the first part. I don't know about silver plane bundle. I mean, I would love, I really do think that plane liveries could be a silver plane thing. We do need more things, like more options to spend our silver planes on, for sure. That definitely needs to happen. A bundle where you can unlock like special 3, or not special, or supreme 3 on all plane models. I think that's a solid idea. They already have packages in the game, right, where you get different planes. Like, not let us just buy one livery, especially now that we can go into game settings and go to our profile and set a default livery. Let us just like unlock all premium 2 liveries for all planes, right? Let us just unlock that, and that way all of our fleet can be unified. You got my support on that. Second half with the silver planes, not sure if that's something they would want to do, but actually I think what could work is if they rotated different liveries to unlock with silver planes like every week or something. Like every Sunday there a different livery becomes unlockable for silver planes, and it would have to be a lot of silver planes, but I think that would be pretty cool. Get people to log in, you know, to like play the game, and then if it adds a little bit of randomness to it. What's up, Auto Fan? Says, how long are you playing? Probably, I mean, at least another 30 minutes. I'm not sure if it's going to be longer or shorter, or it's not going to be shorter, but I don't know if it's going to be much longer than 30 minutes. All those planes over here, see, these planes over here are all waiting to depart, so I'm not in a hurry to like line them up. If there was a cargo plane here that was like waiting to get to the stand, then I would probably prioritize this side. But because there's a Concorde here, I'm going to prioritize the Concorde, let that take off so that way I can get back home sooner. A21NX, an A388 that's waiting for baggage. That's not a problem because baggage isn't really holding up anything. So that can wait as long as it needs to. Wait, Tondo said make it 10k SP equals 1 gold planes. Bro, that would be so much pain for the community. I think people would rage quit over that if they did that change. People would rage quit. We're at 104,000 wallers. So I think we're gonna go ahead and buy more, like 2 more stands, because I still have a lot of planes waiting to land. We're gonna buy, I just bought a passenger stand. I'm gonna buy another cargo stand over here. Now we're down to 48, so we're just gonna have to handle a few more planes. Waiting for baggage, and this one's waiting for catering. And the timer is paused here. What other planes are being catered right now? One was 17 seconds, so there's no rush on that. That'll be fine. Here's baggage. Baggage is not that big of a deal. Oh, but it does stop fuel. Okay. Yeah, everything will be fine there. Got catering, which is still, the timer is paused. I thought it was only 18 seconds on that other plane. Oh yeah, there we go. UJ said, or for example, the basic 2 for see the 1 week and then the other. Oh yeah, okay. Like instead of just having one livery for one plane model, do it like, hey, this week we have basic 2 available for silver planes, or seaplanes, and then rotate that. Yeah, that would actually be that would probably be better than my idea, so that way more people can participate. Noodle says a shop system like RL, Valo or FN, Rocket League, Valorant, FN, Fortnite. Like 4 liveries for random planes. You can play with gold planes or silver planes, but the silver planes price is 10% more than gold plane price. Yes, that's what exactly. Yeah, I would love to see that. That would be a good way to let us use our silver planes. And like, I mean, you got to remember, right? You get silver planes by playing the game and playing the game. You don't have to play with other players. You just have to play the game, and then you get some silver planes. Then eventually you get to the point where you just have too many things to spend your silver planes on, and then people are gonna be like, "Oh, how do you get more silver planes?" There's actually, I think, the problem that we want to that we should have. You can send an E290 from I-80 to LHR. That's pretty cool. Flamingo said, thanks for sending me Pay Me Tax Flamingo Concords back. Yeah, no problem. Thank you for sending them. I always appreciate the Concords because I know they are expensive to buy. Even if you didn't buy them, you had to earn them. And then they're expensive to maintain. So I appreciate everybody who sends me a Concorde, whether it's my stream account, my main account, my free-to-play account. I completely appreciate it because I know you have a Concorde, you got to have other planes in your airport to be able to just pay for the Concorde's operations. Oh, so Voitando, you were talking about if that livery costs 1 gold plane, then it would cost 10,000 silver planes to unlock that livery. Is that what you were talking about? But yeah, it sounds like most of us agree. I mean, I think that's a cool way. And maybe they don't even do when it comes to silver planes and unlocking liveries, like they could keep for example, if I were them, I would just say, okay, like basic, let's start at the top, right? So basic 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, those could be unlocked, or N6, right? Those can be unlocked using silver planes as well. But once you get into premium or supreme or special, then sure, those can be gold planes only. But like, give people a way to unlock at least basic, right? For silver planes. That's what I would do if I were them. I would probably do like that, like a weekly, like in the shop, add a page in the shop that's like, you know, this week's promotions or whatever. Have basic liveries in there available for purchase, you know, for like maybe C-class planes or whatever, or maybe it has to be just one plane model, but whatever it is, let people unlock basic liveries, keep the premium and the supreme ones and special ones at gold planes, but like, I don't know. I don't know how else they would get more ways for us to use our silver planes, or maybe they don't even want us to like get more ways to use our silver planes. I do think we need more ways though. Yo, what's up, France Japan? Thanks for the lurk, Flamingo. Because I think the basic liveries, it makes sense for those, especially based on its name. It's called basic, right? So I think those liveries, it makes sense for them to be silver plane unlockable. But like premium, making those silver plane unlockable, I can get why people might be against that, or why the developers might not want to do that. Man, playing in an airport with 2 runways is just so much nicer. You know, compare like Muscat to Prague. Like at Muscat here though, I am like landing planes on both sides of the runways, because at Muscat, planes will land on this runway down here on the bottom. If you have planes parked at these gates over here, you know, these gates over here, right here too. Whereas all the other gates will have planes landing at this other runway. So that's why when I unlocked certain gates or stands, I made sure we had a balance between, you know, the top runway and bottom runway. But it's very nice. It's very nice to have these 2 runways, because like we started with like what, almost 70 planes waiting to land, and we're not even, I think we're almost an hour in to this airport, and we handled like almost 40 of them, or landed at like 40 of them. So that's not bad at all, considering like at Prague, we were only able to land like 20 of them, half of them. I mean, I guess that makes sense too. Double the runways means double the landings. Do devs watch the stream? Yeah, sometimes they're here. I know the sometimes, well, especially like during update streams, they're usually watching, checking like for bugs and for people's comments to see how people feel about it. I know outside of those big updates, they're also joining in like periodically, but they're not usually commenting or typing in the chat. They're just really like, I guess, monitoring, or they're looking at what you guys are saying. They're looking at what I'm saying, or listening to what I'm saying, and taking that back. Because I know sometimes it's funny, I don't even know they're here, and they'll send me a message on Discord or Google Chat or something, like wherever way they know how to get in hold of me. They'll like say, hey Jeremy, we saw you're having this issue, want to let you know that this is going to be fixed in the next bug, you know, in the next update or something. Or, you know, sometimes they'll kind of give me like some feedback based on what I said or what happened during the stream. What's up, Ferras? Noodle said I would make it more expensive so people are more likely to buy gold planes because it feels cheaper. Yeah, it has to be. You have to have that balance. I know a lot of people, when they recommend the changes, they're not thinking about they want more things for free, which is like, I get it. I love free as well, but they're not thinking about like World of Airports and how they're going to get paid and how they're going to, you know, afford their life. I think that's because some of you guys are not over 18 years old, right? So I gotta admit, some of you guys are, you know, you guys need parental consent and all that to watch me. But I do know, like, you know, once you start having your own bills, then you start to empathize with, you know, how developers have to, you know, balance the free to play aspect, which is amazing in World of Airports. There's never any like need or force to buy anything in this game, which is like really hard to find. It's still hard to find, even though World of Airports is out there. There's no other, I haven't found any other game that's like free to play and doesn't like pester me to like go ad free or buy this currency, or, you know, hey, there's a sale, 50% off sale for 24 hours only. Like, World of Airports doesn't do any of that, and I appreciate them for that. I appreciate them for that a lot. And I feel like, well, I feel like some of you guys don't appreciate them enough for that. I know some of you guys do too, so I'm not going to take that away from everybody. Yeah, I think that's really, really cool of the developers, how they're sticking to their core value, you know? Yo, Sfrecht. Don't have this is no longer his name. It's gonna be his name until we finish this Concorde. Then this Concorde is gonna change names. So that's one thing I noticed with the name change, right? If you change your name in World of Airports, your existing contracts are still gonna have the old name, but once they renew the contract, then it starts to come in with the new name. Ferris asked, what's the best airport to play? I mean, I got my favorites. My favorite right now is LHR, mainly because of the number of stands that it has available. So I really like being able to handle more planes at once, but that's not really, that's like the case when you're at max level, or like when you're high level in that airport, because then you have the handling crew to like really handle all those planes. In the beginning, it's all the airports are very slow in the beginning. Muscat is pretty cool with the 2 runways. You know, IAD is a really good airport, especially like if you're not buying airports to unlock. IAD is like really the first airport that I ever built up a fleet, because it has like all those stands for D, E, and F planes, which really makes it a great hub for a lot of players. And it's one of the airports that can get an airplane from like every single airport as well. So that makes it very nice to use. Well, BKK is nice, but the problem I say with BKK is that there's not a lot of players that are looking for planes or looking to send planes to BKK, because like those players would be from Sydney or from Nagoya, maybe Muscat, but Muscat could even send planes to Europe. So there's not a lot of demand for planes there, but it is a great airport to build up your fleet too, with the 3 runways that it has. And then some people really like the small airports, right? So some people like Bari Airport because it's just so chill. There's not a lot of things happening there. It's, you know, you're handling the small, medium planes. You have to manage your handling crew. Some people like Innsbruck. I like Innsbruck too. I just play it so much that it's like I don't play it more than I have to now. You know, Leipzig is not a small airport, but Leipzig is the cargo airport in the game, and that's also with 2 runways. Another great airport to have fun at. You can make some great progress with XP and with silver planes there. So there's a lot of options out there for like what is the best airport. It all depends upon like what you want from an airport, and do you like a big airport, a busy airport, small airport? Some people prefer. So it's really up to you. After say, I noticed the flight view is the same time as the airport now, not the actual time. That's crazy. Let's take a look. So I know what David Elio sent me his plane. Let's take a look. UK, it's bright, right? It's oh yeah, it looks like it's sunset, huh? Fun. Where else we got planes coming from? We got planes right here. We got Voitondo 2. A little bit more brighter. There's 748 F. Look at requests. Okay. Oh snap! How did I miss all those pop-ups? That's crazy. Thank you, Mert. I appreciate that, man. A lot of Concords. I is a silver plane icon locked behind 5K bits. Oh, interesting. Okay, interesting. I don't know. Yeah, because no one plays Sydney. Yeah, I think Sydney is in need of a rework. Because like, I wouldn't mind. Like, I think if both runways at Sydney were, I don't know how Sydney's used in real life. Okay, but if both runways were used for landings, I think that would make Sydney a little bit better. I think because one runway is used for both landings and departures, and then the other runway is used only for departures, it kind of makes it not fast. It feels like a single runway airport, even though it's not. Yeah, I'm looking forward to what that how that rework, because they did mention in like the latest Ask the develop not Ask the Developers, the latest dev blog, that there's going to be a Sydney rework, or update on Sydney. So I'm like hoping that makes it like makes us be able to use both runways or something like that. I wouldn't even mind a longer taxi time, because ultimately I just want more planes on the ground at once. It says runway occupied, but where? Oh, maybe not anymore. How to use the scheduling of stands? We don't really know. We saw the pictures, but the pictures didn't really like tell us anything. They were all using, it was using placeholder, UI information too. So we can't really make too many conclusions based off of that. But I mean, well, there are some things we do know, is that like it's going to allow us to disable stands, or disable sizes on stands. So that means if you don't want like E-planes to land at a certain gate, you can disable E-planes from that gate. That's one thing we know for sure. But as far as like how the rest of it is going to function, that's not really been described to us yet. And it's hard to make like assumptions when that data is like all placeholder data, so we don't know for sure. Noodle said, as more and more people getting SCL and Conks, range is a few miles short of IAD SCL. Oh man, that is unfortunate, right? And it's not like they can just like make it so that both of the airports are slightly closer. Although I would like that, right? Like, just let us use send a Concorde there, please. We made some okay progress here, and I do need to unlock more stands though, that's for sure. We're gonna unlock a C stand over here. Unlock a C stand over here as well. Got a lot of seaplanes that are waiting like for a stand assignment. That is holding us back now. So we're gonna let me do another one here. Now we're not gonna be able to land all those planes today. We will be able to assign them, which is gonna be a huge help. Here we still got more seaplanes waiting to land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh. Wait, I don't have enough wallers for that. Alright, we're gonna switch over to LHR now. Because there are some special event planes that are there that I need to at least accept. And then I'm gonna look at the hearted planes, and we're gonna land planes that are closest to completion. See if we can complete maybe 1 or 2. See if we can get like 1,200, 1,200 silver planes, and make some progress. This one take off, so that way it doesn't have to wait on the time delay. Good. Push back. That doesn't line up. Push back. Back. Push back. Excellent. We can start handling this, so that way next time they're already begun. And this plane is taxiing, so we'll wait for it to park. That one is going to have to taxi again. Up. Once it says parked, then we're good to go. Parked. Right, now we're going to go to LHR, and let's see if we can get, you know, maybe 1,200 silver planes. Gulf Air, which is nice. And who we got here? J6, I don't think that's a renewal. I think 88 Gen Chen is a renewal. Of course. I'm going to land the special arrival plane. Now let's filter for the hearted planes. And let's see what we have here. We got this at 9 out of 10. So, yep, that's going to get... do 20 minutes. Got a Concorde, so we're gonna land that. Yep. This one's at 2 out of 10. This one's at 9 out of 10. Excellent. 2 out of 10. 4 out of 10. 3, 9. Here we go. Like tempted to make it land, but I'm gonna get the 10 out of 10s or the 9 out of 10s landed. Park this at a C stand. Yep. Boards, you guys get priority as well. Ten, 8, 9. Here's a 9 out of 10. Nice. We might be able to get 10 gold planes at the end of the stream. Alright, now we're going to land... oh, I missed the Concorde. That's crazy. We're going to land the other planes. Especially the ones now that are 8 out of 10. Those are also going to land. 7 out of 10, and it's my A388. That's, yep, for sure gonna land. Back. LHR is an airport that benefits a lot from the tower managers. You can benefit like just from the approach manager, the delivery manager as much, but you can still use it and get some benefits out of it too. Here we got 1.5 million, so that's really good. What we want is more planes though. There's 8 out of 10, so that's gonna get clear to land. And the rest of these are my planes. which I will assign. Let's see. Here's one at 7 out of 10, so that could get hearted. I always like to heart the ones that are at 7 out of 10 or higher, because those are pretty close to getting the next reward, you know? So, well, computer contract. Here's a special arrival, so that can get scheduled to land. Oh, here's an 8 out of 10. Let's go. 7 out of 10 we're gonna heart. There's a special arrival. Might as well get those special arrivals landing now before we reach max level. You know what I'm saying? Because once you reach max level, you only get the silver planes. You don't get the XP. So I'll take 5 XP for one handling. I'll take it. The 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Real nice. Out of 10. What else? Oh, sorry, I haven't been paying attention to you guys. Is Red Concorde still playing? Well, from the last time I played, from 2 weeks ago till today, we've seen a few of Red Concorde's planes. So, but I know the whole Red Concorde, when they originally started playing, they weren't committing to playing daily. So, no commitment for daily gameplay. Can I play with the same progress in my new device? So if you're playing on like an iPhone and you switch over to a new iPhone, yeah, all you gotta do is log into your Apple account into Game Center, and you can link your Game Center, you know, with the new device. Same thing if you're going from an Android phone to another Android phone. All you gotta do is log into Google Play Games, and your account will be will transfer over. Now, if you go from Android to iPhone or from iPhone to Android, right now there's no way to bring your account with you to your new device. Something a lot of us wish could be updated and changed or fixed in the future. A lot of us, you know, like I would consider buying an Android device, especially so I can get like what is it I'm trying to get? I can get the Android leaderboards, because like the Android device that I had was too old for it to like output on stream. So I would get a newer Android device so I can show the leaderboards, or at least track the leaderboards on both iPhone and Android. And I would play like I would not have to feel like I'm locked to an iPad. Oh, yeah. That's looking good. What we got? Concorde landed, handle. Gulf Air, handle. What? I just saw an 8 out of 10 right here. 8. 7 out of 10. Let's go. Yeah, it's definitely not nighttime at LHR right now, right? Definitely not. Not this dark. Weird. If I go back in, is it still dark? That is weird. At GRU, it's not nighttime either, so I don't know what it's how it's computing that, or oh, we're finally handling the planes that are at 9 out of 10. Finally here. Boy, Tondo, you said we had a plane that was at 9 out of, or 10 out of 10. It was my A388. I think it's already hearted, right? Yeah, and I think we scheduled it to land. Yeah, 10 out of 10 right here. But this is at, oh, this is with Neon Engineer. Sad. Yeah, this plane right here, Voitondo, this plane needs to go back to you one more time, and then so that means like I think I have this scheduled to land, but that means next week when we play, or next time we play LHR, we'll have that XP and the silver planes from that. And up more planes. I meant to click on that one. Yo, what's up, Carlos? Won't the scheduling system be practically useless if you don't use ATC? I don't know, man. We really don't know much about the scheduling system. Like, is it going to be like delivery manager just expanded? Like, is that how it's going to work? Is it going to be a completely like independent from the ATC? For me, I think it makes sense if it's linked to how, like, if it's linked to the delivery manager, because the delivery manager manages the arrivals, right? The landings or the stand assignments. So for me, it makes sense if it's associated with that. But yeah, if you don't use ATC, then would it even matter? I mean, you still probably get some use out of it from like disabling certain stand sizes, but other than that, right? What would you get? Oh, we have to generate contracts. Let's see. Not bad, not bad. Alfie said developers should add emergency situations, also make the game way more interesting, should give us total independence of giving commands to planes whenever we want, so we don't have to wait. Yeah, I think some emergency situations are going to happen, right? We got technical assistance and medical assistance that are going to happen, come into game in the future. But as far as and I think giving commands to planes is going to be, I thought that was going to be part of like the taxi updates, because when they originally mentioned the taxi updates and the recoding of the pathing, to me it sounded like that they were going to allow us to like tell planes to hold where they're at and things like that. I would love to see like more of that, you know, something that allows us to directly control planes as if we're the ATC controller, you know, ATC guy. But we're so close. Well, the good news is we're probably going to get to level 78. The bad news is we're not going to get to 81. Voitando's back. I was talking to him and he was gone. Oops. I know, yeah, Voitano was asking, telling you before, is I think the plane that we have, my A388 going to your IAD is at 9 out of 10, which means I need to handle it 2 more times and you need to handle it 1 more time. So that means the next time we play World of Airports, it'll roll this account on LHR. Then we'll have the XP from that. That's why I like doing, like, getting a whole, like, a different people, different contracts, different airports, because it's like always so much fun for me just to have all these different airplanes, all at different statuses, at different, like, places when it comes to their handling. Right, this plane is at 8 out of 10, and then this one's at 0 out of 10. So it's like every day I play this, I'm essentially getting some kind of XP or some kind of progress, you know. So that's what I really like. How much time do I have on this? 6 minutes. That's how much time we're gonna give it on the stream here. Hopefully that's enough for me to get 10,000. We did get to level 78, so we got 10 extra handling crew. That's nice, but not really as needed until the airport is completely full. And if you're actively, like, from what I've noticed is, if I'm actively playing LHR, I'm not like ignoring it and like letting it sit for like 5-10 minutes, then it's very hard to use all the max handling. But if you are stepping away for like 15 minutes from the game, then it's really easy to get like max handling. Multi-chat is doing some crazy things. Rose, that's what happened. Someone named Bari Airport playing IAD. That's funny. And I don't know if you guys just noticed, but I have also a lot of my cargo planes here hearted as well. Not my cargo planes. I have a lot of cargo planes hearted at LHR too, because what I've noticed is there's so much time where the cargo stands. I have so many cargo planes coming in, and I've noticed that there's so much time where the cargo stands look like this. They're completely empty. So I want to make sure I'm able to assign those planes, get them in there, because cargo planes give you the most XP, so I think really a good area to focus a little bit of attention. Oh, let me get that last XP. Silver planes. I need 400 more. 400 more. Come on. I think next week we're gonna definitely play some LHR. We got a lot of contracts here that are kind of close. Kind of close to finishing. Some of them are brand new, but we need to make some progress here. You know, oh, here's a Concorde that wasn't hearted. You know, the only way we can level up Yeah, the only way we can level up the airport is by playing the airport, right? You're not gonna level up. We're not gonna level up the airport if we never play LHR anymore. And we're so close. We got 1, 2, 3 more levels. 3 more levels to go, and then Sydney is ours. Sydney's gonna be interesting too, because Sydney is gonna be tough for contracts. We're gonna need to buy a lot of like larger stands, because that's really where you get a bulk of your stuff. And then I could probably use the medium planes that we get there from like the premium pass and stuff. I could probably use those planes regularly. So I think that's going to help. LHR and Muscat next week then. I think Muscat is pretty cool. Innsbruck has to happen during a weekday stream. But yeah, that should probably happen as well. Because at Innsbruck, we still have some levels to go, right? We can, when we go back to main. Well, I don't think we're gonna go back to main menu. But even though we unlocked Bari Airport, we still have some levels to go after we unlock Bari. So definitely need to stop ignoring that soon. Definitely. So close. 211 now. Yeah, we need 180 more silver planes. This is the first time I told Voitano that I might actually even play Innsbruck. That's why he's excited. All the other times, like, we'll see. Well, I don't know. I'm like, yeah, we definitely need to play some Innsbruck. I'm actually interested to see how many of those plane contracts that we have are still going to be active. I think that'll be kind of interesting to watch. And we're gonna handle every single plane, and it's gonna say, "Yup, contract canceled." And I'm like, yeah, I deserve it. Then that's gonna make leveling up so much harder. Oh man, maybe I shouldn't have ignored it for so long. Which means we also need to go back to Bari and then go back to San Diego as well. So we have to definitely explore our older airports. And here we go. Here we go. We got 10,000 silver planes, so we're gonna go ahead and purchase that right at the end of my timer too. I'd line you up. You can cross the runway. Take a look at my hearted planes. Is that 8 out of 10, 6, 9 out of 10? We'll wait 2 minutes for this one to finish. Ideally, I'd love to wait for all of these, but I need to let my mom go home. Yeah, Monika's on vacation, I think. We'll wait. This is 5 minutes on the Concorde. 1 minute on this. 10 minutes. Times like this is when I wish we had the speed up button again, you know? It's like, I'm waiting 1 minute just for this one plane to finish. I wish we had the speed up button. I forgot about this plane. Go. Ooh, Woapedia entry, nice. Alrighty, well guys, thank you all for watching. I do have one reminder for you. Make sure you sign up on phatairlines.com with your email address, because in the next couple of days I want to send more contracts out again. I already have the plane all ready to go. I have like 40 planes purchased, ready to send contracts. I have a picture of the plane for the email, so I'm pretty much ready to send this email contract. I just I have to wrap up a few planes from my last contract email. But sign up right now on phatairlines.com so we can send you some contracts completely for free. All you gotta do is reply back, which is really easy. It's a lot. Most of the work falls on me, right? I gotta send you the contract. I gotta land the plane, and then I gotta send the plane. And all you gotta do is handle it. I don't care how often you handle it either. If you want to play once a week, that's fine. I just ask that you accept the plane as soon as possible, so that way I'm not occupying too many stands. But yeah, do that this week or do that now. Sign up phatairlines.com, and I appreciate you guys. Guys, I hope you have a fantastic week. Have a fantastic weekend. And you know, I know I've been working on a lot of updates for phatairlines.com, so that's why I didn't stream this week. I'm gonna week look like. I can't make any promises because there's a lot of things that are like not solidified as far as my plans go for the next 1 to 2 weeks or even 3 weeks. But I'll see what I can do about maybe adding a stream during the week this week. That's why you want to join the Discord, because we got Twitch alerts there. Follow me on Twitch. I'll be streaming also on YouTube for a quick 1 hour stream if I do something during the week. But we can't make progress on our airports if we don't play the game. We can't get XP if we don't play World of Airports. You can't get silver planes if you don't play and handle other players' planes or even computer planes. So that's rule number one when it comes to making more, leveling up faster. You got to play at least 30 minutes every day. That's progress. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. Appreciate you all. See you later. I'm gonna say bye to you guys too. Peace out, Raptor. Peace out, Andy Guarino. Nice to see you, man. Peace out, Mert. Peace out, Hockey Fan. Peace out, Snowyak. Nice to see you, dude. Hockey Fan. Peace out. Made some move. Peace out, dude. I like that. Raptor said thanks for another great stream. I'll see you next week. Thank you. TJ Bay. Peace out, dude. Sarah. Peace out. Who else? Iceless. Nice to see you. Peace out. Zyrox. Again, sorry about how long it took you to get that contract, but I'm glad you got it, man. And everybody else, I hope you have a fantastic day, have a fantastic weekend, have a fantastic week. I'll be here again next Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern. If you're not sure what time 11 a.m. Eastern is, take a look at World of Airports, take a look at Washington Airport, take a look at the time, and that is the same time as me, 11 a.m. Eastern, which is 3 hours ago. Guys, have a fantastic one. I will see you guys very soon. All right, peace.